Good morning, scholars and geniuses. Here we go. We're going to do this. You can try and go as fast as you can. If you're faster than me, yay, way to go. Number sense. 35 plus 7 is 42. 68 plus 7 is 75. And 38 plus 5 is 43. And if you catch me doing something wrong, yay, too. Okay, measurement. The width of a large paperclip is 1 centimeter. How many millimeters wide is the paperclip? It should be 10. So 10 millimeters. And then a measurement. The high temperature of the day was 84 degrees. Okay, took a break there. The high temperature for the day was 84 degrees. Then the temperature dropped 14 degrees. What is the new temperature? It's like 70, and make sure we write everything in there. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what that little circle means. Time. Next one. What was the time? What time was it 2 hours before 1 a.m.? That should be 11 p.m. And I didn't write it properly, but it should be like this. p.m. Money. Anne bought a notebook for $2, a compass for $4, and a ruler for $1. What was the total cost of the items? It should be $7. Make sure you put a dollar sign with it if you're writing it out. And let's see. 8 equals 3 plus 5. All right, this is where we're practicing algebra right there. Super cool deal. Okay, next slide. Let's see. We begin memorizing the basic multiplication facts. 88. Of the facts the multiplication table shown less than 28 have 0, 1, 2, or 5 as one of the factors. Okay, so 0 times 5. So this is the 0 property of multiplication. Anything times 0 equals 0. When we multiply by 1, I don't know if they have a 1 property, but it's always the same number as the other number. So if it's 1 times 1, it's still 1. If it's 1 times 2, it's the same as the bigger of the two numbers. So 1 times 2 means 2. 2 times any number doubles the number. So 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 7 is 14. 6 times 2 is 12, or 6 plus 6 is 12. 5 times any number equals a number that ends in a 0 or a 5, always. And the way I think of it is 5 times a number is half of whatever that number is times 10. So 5 times 30 is 15 because 3 times 10 is 30 and half of 30 is 15. That's a complicated way of looking at it possibly, but it works. Also, 7 times 5 is 35 because 10 times 7 is 70 and 5 times 8 is 40 because 10 times 8 is 80 and half of 80 is 40. So anyway, that's one way of thinking of it. Connecting as much as you can with other information is really what makes math get easier much faster. Okay, for this assignment, let's look at this a little bit. You're going to be doing numbers 1 to 2 because I want us to keep practicing writing and solving equations. This right here is just a valuable skill. Everything in this math problems are probably pretty easy, but writing an equation, that is huge because we're looking at number families and feeling comfortable with those number families and how they can be broken apart to make it so that you have as many connections as possible. Then we're going to make it easier. Then you're going to go from 3 to 29 and you're going to do odds. All right. So here we're going to start this out. Jasmine be able to write this. This is it, 92. Here's your first number. So you go over to your page, your little square, and in number 1 you got 92. And the first thing you were working on is making an equation. So she has 92. She's to sell at the school fundraiser. At the end of the fundraiser, 24 mums remained. So we have 92. Some went away. We're going to use M because they are mums. And at the end, we have a total of 24. So there we have our equation. Then the next step is to solve it. And if you remember, we have both of these together when we have a minus like that. Here's what it could look like. It could be 92 minus m equals 24. It could also be 92 minus 24 equals m. And if I did the addition facts, it would be 24 plus m equals 92, and 2m plus 24 equals 92. Should work that way. All right, so there's 4 different facts. But the one you're going to want to write down for this one most makes sense because of the way they gave it to us is, is this one right here. This is what we're looking for an equation, and then you can solve it by using your number sense that you already know from other assignments. Okay, moving on. Number 2. Rochelle collected 42 seashells. Oof, listen to them reading poorly here. Number 2. She collected 42 seashells. Then, oh, I forgot something in the last one. M equals mums, right? So when you get your answer, it needs to be M or mums, whatever your answer is, whatever it is. I don't know what the number is because I didn't solve it. Okay, and because I don't want to solve it for you. I want you to solve it for yourselves. Okay, make sure you do that. Now we're going back. She has 42 seashells. Zuri collected some seashells. They collected 83 in all. So Zuri collected some more. We don't know what she did, but we're going to do seashells, S for shells or seashells. And when they're done, they have a total of how many? 83. So 83. And then I can use the same fact stuff over here before, but I'm going to need the subtraction family for this one to solve it because I don't need this inside here. I need it somewhere else. But if I were to switch it around, remember S plus 42 equals 83 also. And then when I do subtraction, I have 83 minus S is going to equal 42. And 83 minus 42 should also equal, there it is. That's what I need to know. All right, get comfortable with those facts. Okay, next slide. Next slide. All right, Connor estimated that the radius of one of the circles on the playground was 2 yards. If Connor was correct, then the radius was how many feet? This is a review from 21. In a yard, 1 yard is equal to X number of feet. Oh no, Mr. McCombs, tell me what it is because I don't want to have to look it up and I didn't remember it. There's a yardstick in the classroom, and you can go back to lesson 21 and you can find it. And then the diameter is going to be 2 times the number of feet there are, so that you get it right. Oop, I use it. There you go, X for multiplying. Okay, a dot also works. All right, then we're on to number 5. Please just feel free to write in only these numbers here if you want, but when you do your answer, make sure that you designate that those are, circle them, square box around them if you decide to put the whole number line in, okay? Then number 7, oh yeah, remember how you figured it out here is this. What's the change or what's the difference between here and here? It looks like there's an adding thing going on. So 35 plus what equals 42? That means 35 minus that number should be this, or 14 plus that number should be this. Ooh, and it should come out just right. It does. Okay. Number 7, use the digits and a comparison symbol. So I'm on number 7. This is from invention number 1, which is at the end of the first unit. Use digits and a comparison symbol to write that 209 is greater than 190. Use digits and comparison symbols. So comparison symbol is this, this, and this, and digits are 1, 2, 3, or in this example, 209, which is 209. and then you write down the 190, and you use a symbol of those because it obviously is not the same. All right, number 9. Draw a rectangle that is 3 centimeters long, 4 centimeters wide, and then shade 2/3 of it. Okay, so you have very nice answer sheet paper. It has squares in it already. You could say that each square represents 1 centimeter, and you could write it really easy that way. And just, you've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, what did it say? Long. Oh, okay, long and then wide. So it could be this long. There's 3 kind of. And then there's this. And then I've got my squares. And then it says to shade how much? 2/3. So 2/3, right? So I need to shade this part to here. And then I have 2/3 of it shade. That's it. Super, super easy. Number 10. Ooh, look at that. We just missed all of those. That's too bad because that's really good practice. We're going to skip it, I guess. Oh, no, I'll add it at the end. It's super easy. So I'm going to have you guys do number 10, which is just simple math facts. Okay, number 11. In this figure, what type of angle is angle A? Explain how you know. Remember in 23, we have 2 types of angle. We have an acute and an obtuse. And an obtuse is like this, and acute is like this. And then there's another one, which is a 90-degree angle, which is pretty self-explanatory there, which is in between the 2 of those. So an acute angle is less than an 90, and an obtuse angle is larger than a 90. So they're asking this, is it larger? Which one of these is it? All right, next slide. All right, number 13. What temperature does water freeze on the Fahrenheit scale? So this is from lesson 18. Whoa, we didn't cover that, did we? But you can use Google, and I'll let you find that one without telling it to you. Actually, I'll give it to you because you're watching the video. How about that? Let's just make it easier on us. All right. On a Fahrenheit scale, it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You need to write it just like that. If you don't, you get it wrong. On a Celsius scale, oh man, it's just so obvious on this one. This is why a lot of people like to use the centigrade scale because it's 0 is, well, that's where everything freezes. So there you go. Okay, we're going to do number 15. It looks like it's pretty easy. Make sure you remember to regroup, and oh, this is awesome. Number 19, we get a little bit of work. Remember, you're doing your families. I talked about those on examples number 1 and 2, where you use your families. Remember, 88 also equals 37 minus 37. That also equals n. All right. Now, 23. Got to do some more subtraction. 25. Just need to add some numbers together. 27. Oh, good. Some good multiplication practice. And this is some review information, right? The 0 property, we just covered it in this beginning of this lesson too, as a review. And then just some, name the property of multiplication shown in each of these. Oh, I just told you what it was. It's a 0 property. And if we move one thing, what happened here? The 6 changed places with the 9, right? So this is the commuting property or commutative. Oof, long word. Commute. This is how I remember it, because you commute to work, or you commute to school from your house. Commutative. And this one is, it's that property, the 0. And you don't just say 0 in your answer, you say 0 commutative property. of, and you have to name it, multiplication. And my writing went kaput. Let's write it again, multiplication. If you notice, I write in cursive because a fourth grader should know how to write in cursive. All right, and then to do the same thing up here for the 0 property of multiplication, you put that up here as well, by the 0. And and for this one, it's the identity. This one is the identity. And I think that's in the beginning of the identity. Identity, and then this goes right here as well. Make sure you write it on each one. It's not a freebie. 29, write a multiplication that has a product of 18. Get creative. There's no right answer. Use 2 of the factors of 18 you choose. You can use 3 factors if you want. It's entirely up to you. Have fun with it.